Hi, I'm Teen Librarian Shalea Young. On behalf of the DC Public Library, welcome to GoGo Sound of Summer. We are thrilled to host Teach for Change here at the newly renovated Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Library for this three-part series on the foundation, impact, and evolution of go-go music. Here at MLK Library, the rich history of go-go is kept here within the People's Archive, alongside over 200 years of DC history and culture. We hope this program will encourage you to listen, learn, and love go-go as much as we do. Visit us at dclibrary.org/gogo to learn more and even contribute to the history of go-go in the district. Thank you and enjoy the program.
Hi, I'm Keisha from Teaching for Change, located here in Washington, D.C. We are a K-12 education nonprofit serving teachers, parents, and students to change the world by rethinking the experiences inside and outside their classrooms. One of our signature initiatives is Teach the Beat, where we bring the distinctive sound of DC to the classroom. We are thrilled to collaborate with the DC Public Library, expanding the reach of the classroom experience with GoGo Sound of Summer. Enjoy!
Hi, and welcome back to GoGo Sound of Summer. Last week, we asked you to share some of your first go-go memories. In this episode, Experience, we're going to recount the history and the go-go birthing in the late 1970s and early 80s, and the formation of how this movement was the start for an art form that became staple to the native culture in the Washington, D.C. area. A little birdie told me that, your involvement in go-go helped you to put 3 kids through college.
Oh yeah.
So,
man.
yeah.
I have right now, I have a sergeant major, I have an Army Ranger, and I have a lieutenant. So, and they also play drums.
Wow.
Yep.
Go figure
2
that.
United States Air Force, 1 Army. Yep.
Wow.
So,
Go
one's
figure
in
that.
China, one's in Lithuania somewhere. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Just graduated, but hey, you wanted to do that, so I said, okay, you sure you don't want to beat your feet? Sure you want to do go-go, bro?
That's funny.
Yep. Go-go is way beyond just a pocket
Right,
beat.
right.
And I mean, you have people in the go-go community that can play,
Right.
not just a beat, not just a pocket, which that is our representation. That's what we do, and we master that better than anybody. I don't care around the world. That's we put that knowledge, and we made it DC.
Right.
That's why we call it go-go. That's our
Right.
own secret sauce.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've always admired, is being able to hear the overall arrangements.
Yeah.
So I love that what you all do is like the arrangements, like the endings, and I sometimes the endings would be to like everything to me.
Right, yeah.
I remember I used to hear the ending. I don't know if y'all still play this ending, but
Oh yeah, number 1. Yeah.
That whole that felt like a rock concert. I felt like I was at a rock concert.
Oh,
And
wow,
that was
yeah.
something that you didn't really hear that too much
Right.
with a lot of go-go bands. And,
Right, that's true.
So I always admired that, because it made you leave feeling like you actually just came
Right.
from a show.
Right.
Right.
Well,
More
another thing, and this is something that a lot of people don't like. Big Tony. Big Tony from Trouble Funk. And I tell anybody, Big Tony is a drummer for real. He's not a bass player. He's a drummer.
What?
He plays each one of Trouble Funk songs has a different beat.
Yeah.
Pump Me Up,
Yeah.
Drop the Bomb.
Uh-huh.
Like every last one of Big Tony's songs, the drummer has a different beat.
The percussionist too.
And the percussion.
I remember
Well,
Geronimo telling me that when he first joined Trouble Funk, he said one of the things that was told to him is that he must learn all of the different cowbell, because Trouble was heavy on the blocks and the bells and
T-bone.
and he had to learn all of that, you know. So you know, because it's not just a typical you come in here and you play in a socket or pocket and you ride that for 2 hours and you go home. No, there's subtleties and nuances to this music that you have to learn. What are some of your early recounts of the presentation of go-go, let's say in the 80s versus what we hear today, just the overall presentation?
Wow. I would have to honestly say back then, you knew who was who. If you didn't like EU, you knew it was EU.
Right.
If you didn't like Rare Essence, you knew it was Rare Essence. If you didn't like Trouble, you knew it was Trouble. You knew it was Little Benny. You knew it was Mass Extinction. You knew it was Reds and the Boys.
Yeah.
Because every band had a different style, different flavor. And now, I hate to say this, but you cannot tell the difference sometimes. And I don't know if it's my fault. I don't know if it's us from the grown and sexy era. But, you know, when you heard Roll Call, we got, we got,
call and response.
Right, you know, that was Rare Essence, you know what I'm saying? You know, drop the bombs.
Yeah.
Choo, choo, choo. You know, that was Trouble. Right?
Yeah.
You know, that was EU.
Right.
Freaking that worked the wall. Worked it. You know, that was Rare Essence.
Yeah.
See, I think the bands have a problem now of distinction. I'm not saying that what they're doing is not righteous and good.
Right.
I would just say, if you're doing bounce, let me see a different bounce.
Right.
Let me see a foundation around that bounce, not just the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me hear some instrumentation.
Yeah.
You create enough to go there. Now let me take it to the next level.
Yeah, that's
of writing and being
so
able to write and produce your stuff. Everybody in the city has no problem doing the Jay-Z's and Beyonce's and it's just like the J. Cole's, and which we actually, and y'all might hate me for this, but we crank it better than they crank their own record.
right, that's true.
And that's dangerous.
That's true.
I could take a J. Cole record and crank that joint to J. Cole. Don't even know that's his record no more. Because I got a pocket on it, or I got a bounce beat on it, and J. Cole's like, that's my record.
Right.
But it shouldn't be like that.
What was the feeling like that you got when you first learned that the Butt was a chart topper? What was that feeling?
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Juju can tell you, we made that song, we had no clue in the world that it was gonna be a big hit like that. And when I heard it on the radio, Donnie Simpson at the time played it 12 times in one day. That's unheard of. 12 times, because they kept on getting calls.
Right.
Played it again, blah, 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 on the radio. We didn't have the technology we have now, so. And from that, Donnie Simpson breaking that record like that, it went all over the world. It just went off. It was like fire.
And do you feel that record kind of opened the doors, not only for you, but for other go-go bands as well?
Oh, yes, indeed, because we haven't had a successful hit on the radio except for Bustin' Loose from this area. And finally, we had local success, but not national.
Right.
So what happened when the Butt broke, it made a lot of people understand that, hey, there's something good going on in D.C.
Right.
And I think Spike Lee and Marcus Miller and all those guys, and it happened. And it's still to this day. It's being played today.
With that being said, though, Do you think there's more? There should be more of a need for go-go bands and artists to produce more original material. You know, go-go has been sort of unsuccessful at getting like some industry backing, with the exception of the Butt and other records or singles that you yourself have played on. I often wonder about that.
I'm gonna explain this to you, and I want everybody to hear me on this.
Okay.
Kids, I'm gonna try to hear me on this, because people don't think that go-go has reached that peak or even got out of DC. Wrong. EU didn't have one hit scene. EU had 4 top 10 hits. Taste of Your Love.
The slow song.
Shake Your Thing.
With Salt and
Buck
Pepper.
Wild.
Yep.
The Buck. I also wrote for Do the Right Thing, the movie.
Right. Yep.
Curtis Blow, Party Time. Then you have A. Marie.
Yeah.
You had so many records, even Miss Stone. With
Yeah,
Chuck,
It's
you know,
Love.
It's
Yeah.
Love.
Oh no, Angie Stone. I thought you were talking about Jill Scott.
Jill Scott,
Yeah.
right. But Angie Stone too.
Yeah.
You have a lot of records that come out of a lot of musicians, but a lot of records that come out. And if you listen to even the old, well, not even the old, the new hip hop, the new hip hop they're doing, just with that the slow pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
we've been playing that for how long now?
Yeah, it does have a pocket to it. Yeah.
And you notice that's the one that sells. That,
Yeah.
That one right there always go to the top.
I always think about the level of competition that took place back in the 80s. I mean, you had the major bands and everybody just went at it.
Oh yeah.
But the thing that amazed me was like how close you all were as like friends and family.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
like
That is true.
you guys would show up on stage and go at each other.
Right.
And then you're hanging out and you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what was that experience like? Like
That, I think the politics of go-go is turning into East-West. You know, you have a go-go band from West Coast, a go-go band from the East Coast,
Right.
a Biggie go-go band, a pop go-go band. They're gonna be trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no,
Yeah.
we having that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because go-go, and this is another thing I want to tell these young kids that remember and be careful what you listen to, because go-go is really spiritual, very spiritual. And you would not know that from the syncopation and the beats, and even Grover being our #1 and our national anthem. If you go back and you listen, as far as mentally, physically, if you close your eyes and you can listen to an old go-go song, you can almost remember where you were and what you were doing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You, sorry. Hey, I can like.
Oh yeah.
I was over in bed, right?
Yeah. I was riding the back of the bus, tagging the bus seats with my
Right.
magic marker on
See what
the
I'm
back of the
saying?
bus.
You can
Yeah.
almost you can just put on some of those old go-go songs that you used to listen to. Close your eyes and it'll take you back.
Yeah.
That's spiritual.
Yeah.
That's why you have go-go and you have the people being able to be in one rhythm while they're dancing.
Yeah.
People don't notice the little things like that.
What do you think about some of the dances that you've seen that's coming out of go-go?
I can honestly say that a lot of those dances coming out of go-go has been done at go-go before. You know, it's just revolving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because my mom would say, "Oh, we used to do that."
Oh, that's the
remember,
jitterbug.
right. Remember the Happy Feet?
Oh yeah.
I was like, Oh, we did that. Oh,
yeah.
the stomp your feet.
Oh yeah.
When all the kids are doing that now.
Beat your feet.
But check this out. We did that in church.
Yeah.
I'm like, I did that in church. And then when you go sing, get your holy dance on, you sing them.
Yeah.
I be like, you put a beat to that.
Yeah. I saw some footage of a ceremony in West Africa. It's probably Nigeria or something like that. And the individual was dressed in masquerade. Yeah. And I mean, the dance that this person was doing, it was so similar to the Beat Your Feet dance. Yeah. And you can't help but to know that line is direct. I love that. I love seeing that whole growth about it, you know. And with that, like, I wanted to ask you, like, what do you think about Go-Go's future? And like, what do you want its legacy to be? So you know, what do you think about its future, and what do you want it to be known as? How do you want it to be perceived in the future?
I can say this. Chuck said it best. Chuck said it best. If you go find, you don't find. Because check this out. Because no matter what, Go-Go's mine.
All right, okay.
And I was like, say that again, Pop. Nope, you might steal that son. I'll never forget that. Pop said that. And I can understand where he was coming from. It's as we expand and expose, and the more we share, the more people will look and understand, but also take from. And as we shared and exposed and push out more of it, you might see a Go-Go band in China tomorrow, you know?
Yeah. Well, they are playing Go-Go in China. Yeah.
Japan.
In Japan.
Yeah.
Sorry, in Japan. Yeah, for
absolutely.
sure.
Yeah. But it's I want the legacy that I want the younger generation to be able to get, because I guess the gatekeepers couldn't do it. So the younger gatekeepers, like the Chris and Bugs and Gangs, and I want to see them take it to another level. But in order to do so, they're gonna have to sit around a nice table. And they're gonna have to build that foundation, because Go-Go will not be successful until, I mean, you have a lot of these trolls that try to point the finger and say, well, Go-Go ain't gonna do this, Go-Go ain't did it. That's just trolls.
Right.
Go-Go has always been there, and it will never go anywhere.
Right.
We've been doing this, and just imagine, I've been playing 40-something years. Chuck, longer than that.
Right.
In this city.
Right.
Okay. So, if we've been playing for generation, my daughter's starting to come to the Go-Go now. That's not good. I'm over here like this. I'm over here like, what you doing here? Daddy play the bounce.
Daddy play the bounce.
You know?
This was a really good talk, man. It's always a pleasure just talking to you, and
yeah, man,
you know, do you have any parting words on the youth out there?
I definitely want to tell the youth that this is a jewel that when I'm gone, you will inherit it. So be careful of how you use it and what you do with it, because it could be gone.
That's right.
Bam.
Bam. All right. So we've spent time celebrating the origins of Go-Go, capturing the rhythms, the sounds, the beats that made the music. We highlighted and celebrated the experience of Go-Go, the moments and memories that created its rich foundation. Go-Go is past, present, and in our next episode, join us as we celebrate where Go-Go is taking us. When you think about Go-Go's future, what do you want its legacy to be?